Orphans helped or harmed. 13 years have now passed since a devastating earthquake struck Haiti. Although their parents or other family members survived, thousands of Haitian children were placed in orphanages. Our next guest says that harmed the children and their families. Frederique Jean Baptiste is a child protection manager in Haiti with Changing the Way We Care. Frederique, thanks for being with us. Now, many Christian groups, other NGOs were well-intentioned, but you say we need to realize that orphanages aren't the best response to natural disasters, other crises around the world. Why not?
Thank you so much. So for children everywhere, bright futures begin with loving families. And sadly, emergencies or poverty can drive families apart. And parents are often forced to place their children in residential care facilities. That's another term for orphanages, to meet their basic needs. And the shocking fact is 80 to 90% of the children in orphanages or placed in residential care facilities, they have at least one living parent. And the living parent here can be an extended family member as well, grandmother, aunt, cousin. And we've realized with the initiative that I'm working for, Changing the Way We Care, an initiative with CRS, Catholic Relief Services, and Maestro with donors globally, we realize that sometimes families, they need to be connected to the resources that are appropriate to make sure that children can continue thriving in a safe and nurturing families.
When I was there within days of the earthquake, I saw many little kids just hanging out, roaming around the streets. They had nowhere to go. And 13 years have passed since then. I'm assuming many of those kids were placed in orphanages and they've aged out. So what's become of them?
There were a lot of children who were separated, but immediately, I think, working with partners and especially with Institut du Bien-être Social, IBERS, which is the child protection arm of the Haitian government, they really prioritized doing family reunification. So it was working on the field to try to trace those families. So several of those children, they were successfully reintegrated into family with their family members. But others, in fact, yes, they did stay in orphanages and they have aged out, as you correctly said. And that's where the support comes in terms of, that is one of the work that Changing the Way We Care in Haiti is doing as well. But we could discuss a bit later about how the support system that is built around families, around the children, and around youth to make sure that they can go to vocational training and everything else to make sure that they can have a positive impact in our world.
Well, as you pointed out, worldwide, 80% of the children residing in orphanages still have parents. So why are they in the orphanages if they have parents and other family members?
That is a great comment. So what happens is the orphanages being placed, being existing, it becomes as a pull factor. And sometimes, so while residential care facilities and generous donors who support them care deeply about children, these facilities oftentimes cannot provide the attention and stimulation that have been proven critical to a child's development. However, orphanages remain as a pull factor. And in societies, in our communities, where sometimes families feel unequipped to provide, for example, meals 3 times a day for their children, so they often turn to orphanages thinking that they can receive those basic services there. And oftentimes it's not the case. And that is where our work comes in working with those orphanages to change the way they provide the care. And on another side, working with families as well to change mentality and knowing that there are other resources available to them to make sure that children stay within families.
Okay, let's get into that a little bit. Your group contends that strengthening families is the best way to help orphaned and at-risk children. So how do we do that? What do we have to do?
So yes, there are several ways to do so. And for example, I will start with Changing the Way We Care, particularly in how the work that we do, it's really, so the program itself, it involves family tracing, tuition support, micro savings group for families, vocational training when needed, health, education, and other. But it comes with 3 different intervention points. So we have child protection committees in the neighborhoods, and they can serve as resources for family members who feel that they feel that they cannot meet the daily needs for their children. And then the other aspect is the family strengthening package. It really promotes family-based care. So it is through supporting families with positive parenting curriculum, making sure that they receive training in financial literacy, supporting them with tuition for school reintegration. The third point is the transitioning of the orphanages, transform how they're serving the families, making sure that the children can remain in families while still providing services.
Thank you so much. From Haiti, Port-au-Prince, Frederique Jean Baptiste of Changing the Way We Care. Thank you for setting us straight today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.